I'm always looking for new macro photography subjects to photograph, and sometimes I come across a subject that is so iconically small it's a wonder that I've not tried it before. I'm Ben from Adaptalux, and today I'm photographing grains of sand. I bet if you talk to a non-macro photographer and ask them to name something that is really small, probably one of their top 5 or top 10 would be sand. Grains of sand. There's billions of them, but we're photographing just a few today. I've grabbed a little packet of sand that is made for the bottom of aquariums. So there's a nice variety of different types and colours and sizes of grains in this little bag. We're going to get just a few out on the table and photograph them really close up. When I say really close up, I do mean it. This is the Lauer Oregon 10 times microscope objective lens. This comes in a set of lenses that go between 10 and 50 times magnification. To get a good photo of a grain of sand, we're obviously going to need a lot of magnification, and this is going to provide it. This is going to give us a really nice close-up look of each individual grain, but it does come with a lot of challenges because it's so close up. We're going to have a lot of camera shake, we're going to have a very shallow depth of field, and there's not going to be very much light. So of course, for our lighting, I'm going to use the Adaptalux Studio because it has some flexible lighting arms that can very easily bend down into this working distance here of only a few centimeters. I can place this right above where the lens is looking, and we can get a lot of light down onto these tiny, tiny little grains. We also have the ability to diffuse the light, which is nice and easy with these magnetic diffusers, and of course we can change some colors and things as well. So first of all, I just want to line up a shot and try and get a look at one of these tiny little grains of sand. So here's our first look at the grains of sand. Now I can't express how small these actually are. Here's some grains of sand actually on the end of my finger. They're really, really tiny. And I'm always impressed with the magnification of these Lauer Oregon lenses. This one's only 10 times, and you can imagine what 50 times would be like, but it's simply very, very difficult, even at 10 times, to get a stable shot and a decent image. So as you can see, if I even touch the camera here, we have a huge amount of movement in this image. If I try to adjust my focus stacking rail to, let's say, focus stack this image, you can see that we've got a lot of shake and a lot of movement. So I'm going to try and reduce that movement as much as possible. I'm also shooting on a fairly fast shutter speed here of 1/400th of a second. So hopefully any movement that we introduce by pressing the shutter button is going to be counteracted by the fact that we've got a nice fast shutter speed. Another issue that I'm finding is that simply moving around my camera changes my shot entirely. If I take a step into the frame, you can see that everything is moving just as I move around the floorboards that the tripod is currently sat on. So I also need to be very, very careful to not move around too much while I'm taking my shot. So what we're looking at here is about 150 images focus stacked using Helicon focus. I focus stacked these manually, just changing the position of the camera. We don't have any focus on these lenses, so it's just about moving the camera back and forth in and out of the shot to capture slices of the image one by one, and then the software takes the sharpest part of each image and stacks it into a single image. And as you can see, I think this is a pretty good first attempt at capturing a grain of sand. We just went with the 1 grain of sand because the 3 was far too deep and it just looked like a mess. So a single grain of sand is the way forward. I actually really like the fact that we can see all of the surface detail on this grain just as if it were a much larger rock. I photographed rocks and minerals and things in the past, but nothing quite this small. Things get really, really tricky when you're at magnifications this high. I'm going to try a couple more different grains of sand and a couple more different positions for my lighting to see if we can't get some really cool shots of single grains of sand sat just on the table. So a couple of things have changed here. First of all, I wanted to add a little bit more contrast into the scene, and by moving the white lighting arm off to the side, that casted a shadow across that surface relief on the grain of sand, and that, I think, added a lot more visual interest into the shot. I also made sure to focus stack it a little bit deeper this time so that the whole thing is properly in focus. Next, I wanted to add a little bit of colour, a little bit of more interest into this scene again, so I've added a second white lighting arm into the scene and a orange colour filter onto the end of the lighting arm so that we have a nice soft wash of colour in the scene as well. So we're getting a really cool, almost like sunset across a mountain vibe. In fact, all of these little grains of sand, they look like individual mountains or big boulders when you're at 10 times magnification like we are. That in itself is absolutely fascinating to me, just making these tiny little objects look absolutely massive. So one thing that I didn't mention earlier on, but you probably all noticed, is that I'm using a shutter release cable. This just plugs into the side of the camera, and I can trigger the camera from further away. That means that I can really reduce the amount of camera shake and touching of the camera and the rig that I actually have to do. I can simply sit back and press the shutter button while just turning the dial of the focus stacking rail really tiny increments every single time. Wait for the whole thing to steady out and then take a photo without touching the camera. This is really critical for a high magnification shoot like this. You need some sort of remote shutter device. You can even get ones that don't have a wire. You can trigger it via your phone, and of course there are automated focus stacking rails and setups out there. In fact, if you want to watch a similar shoot to this using the Oregon lenses and an automated focus stacking rail, I will link to it up in the top right hand corner of your screen and down in the description as well. I think I've been pretty successful in capturing these tiny little grains of sand at 10 times magnification. It's a really tricky shoot, but with the right lighting and the right high magnification lenses, you can absolutely capture things this tiny really close up. I'd like to know from you guys what you think to today's shoot. Make sure to hit the like button while you're down in the comments section, and hit subscribe for lots more macro photography ideas, inspiration and tutorials coming in the future. For now, that is all I've got time for. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.